Disclaimer: This episode is in Spanish, so I'm going to get the other. So I'm gonna speak it in English because the story is in Spanish. Anyway, enjoy the video. Remember that children's show I Am Weasel? Well, I heard of an episode that never aired. An episode fairly short. This episode was not created by David Fest, but by unknown animator to create a contact with that episode. Which was never discovered who was one animator, but I believe it was the same who spoke with John Weldon and the creators of the short Nightmare Sunlit. Though Weldon has said that just created the animation. Well, the truth is that one of the interns found the tape. I will not reveal his identity. The first thing I noticed that he had an interception on the side saying, "Red kills all." The inmate was intruding with the title of the film. Because although the program sometimes used terms such as suicide or violence, using common-ecto and never so directly. The tape began with the usual presentation, where you can see all the characters of the program is more. The presentation was the same as always. Then at the end of the presentation, we'll put the entire screen and sounded very black music, like the music blocks but slower, and it appeared at the title of the episode, like a very old film. I saw the Weasel sitting in a room with enough depths of focus and glancing nervously in all directions. The camera panned to a door where you could see subglues of red and red bamboo, and it looked like he was screaming at bamboo. But I did not hear any sound, no background music or other sound. Suddenly the door opened and there was an outlet where you see a very psychotic drowned baboon, unfocused, with a look of violent in order drawn with the spectacle. Red suddenly took an axe and slowly reeled his eyes, lost in the eye baboon, and I Am Weasel, surprised. Suddenly he throws the axe at baboon's head, cut the animation. Start a series of frames where you can see a man with a room with several children. The man has a gun and starts shooting the children one by one until there is none left. Returns to the animation. You see Red tearing baboon's dead body with an axe. I Am Weasel gets up and tries to stop Red, and I Am Weasel also got his head cut off, and then the animation cuts. It returns to the same room where the children are dead, and the man looks at the camera for 5 minutes and 45 seconds, saying things that he did not want to, he said didn't want to know. I hear that the intern is dead now. Dead and corrosively attack caused by a shock.